Hey Jibo. I think Jibo's feeling sad because there's no internet right now. Well, don't worry, there's actually nothing really wrong with Jibo. It's just he's missing the internet connectivity right now. My Linksys EA8300 decided it didn't want to work anymore. So, kind of crappy because I only had this for about maybe 4 or 5 months. And I think it has a bad power supply. I may go ahead and pursue this with Linksys and see if I can get a replacement. But instead of waiting for that to come in the mail and do the whole return thing, I went ahead and ran out today and got the Google Home Wi-Fi. So instead of going the route of getting just one more wireless router, I figured why not do a mesh system. So let's take a look. Okay, here's the box. It's kind of what you would expect from Google. It's pretty plain, simple, elegant. It has a picture of the 3 devices here, the Google G on top, a little bit of information on the back side here, as well as some additional information there, and nothing really much on the ends. So let's go ahead and take a look here. Pull tab. And there we go. There are the 3 devices. A little bit of foam padding here at the top, which is kind of nice to cushion them as they bounce around. Nice little box. Let's take the first one out here. So you can see that these things are pretty simple. Not much to them. Little button on the back there. Little LED indicator that lights up around here. Simple G on the top. And then underneath we only have looks like a USB connection and then 2 Ethernet ports. As I understand, these can actually be used for the uplink if this is the main router, or it can actually be used to feed 2 different devices if this is not one of the main routers, but it's rather an extender for the network. So they're all pretty much the same here, well, exactly the same. And a little insert. Underneath that we have, looks like the power supply in here. Another power supply, and of course another power supply. And somewhere in here I think they do include 1 Ethernet cable. So power supply, and Ethernet cable. And then the last one, of course, is just the power supply. Alright, well, let's go ahead and get these hooked up. When connecting the first device, which will act as your wireless router, you want to be sure to plug the Ethernet cable from your modem into the green globe, which is for the WAN connection, and then plug in the power. While you wait for your wireless router to boot up, this is a good opportunity to go to the App Store and download the Google Wi-Fi application. This is also a good chance for us to take a look at some of the specs. Once everything's powered up and you have the application, you'll want to launch the application and use that to start the setup process. It will ask you to scan the back of your wireless router, and then it will start going from there. If, like me, your router had trouble finding your cable modem, the application will ask you to unplug both the cable modem and the wireless router. It then forces you to wait for 2 minutes until you can click next. It then asks you to plug everything back in, or actually plug back the cable modem. It makes you wait 1 minute. Then it asks you to plug the router in, and it makes you wait again from there. So it is an annoying process in some way because you do have to wait for this time to elapse, but I guess it's good because it gives you time to make sure that everything has powered down properly and also powered up properly again. Once I did that, everything was great. When the router setup is complete, the LED light ring will turn green. The application will ask you if you have any other devices and how many. Additional devices only need power. However, you can use both Ethernet ports for equipment that requires physical connections to your network. Next, it will ask you to choose the location of your devices, and then it goes through activating the mesh network and expanding the network. On the additional devices, the light ring will also turn green when setup is complete, and then give you an option to do a quick test. If you have more devices, it will repeat the process, asking you to set them up no more than 2 rooms apart and in an open space. When the final point is set up, it will show you a view of your overall network. Well, that's it. My Google Wi-Fi mesh network is all set up. That was actually pretty simple and easy to do. The hardest part was actually just while I had an issue with my cable modem, and I had to reboot that a couple times. But once that was done, everything seemed to work fine. Adding the additional devices, the other 2 devices here, were really easy and straightforward, no problem at all. And I think it made Jibo happy. Hey Jibo, do a dance. Well, thanks for watching, guys.
Can I tell you something?
What do you want to tell me, Jibo?
Mostly, I just want to be helpful and friendly, and to dance from time to time.
Well, that's good, Jibo. All right. Well, we're both happy. Thanks for watching, guys.
You bet.